Good morning, guys and girls. Welcome to Wednesday, the 30th of March, 2022. And we got some good data coming out later on today of the ADP non farm employment change for the US, quarter past 1 GMT. That's going to be followed up at half one with the US GDP quarter and quarter figures. And then we'll be going into DOE at half three. So, drawdown on API last night of 3 million. Expectation was a draw of one. So let's get over on these charts because I really think yesterday we found a really nice low on oil. And sure enough, the buyers coming in and picking it up from there. So that was the 99.09, right? And I'll show you what that level was. So Russia invaded on the 24th of February, right at this point. And these are daily bars. And you can see we just pulled all the way back, a little bit of excess below that level, just a little bit, about, I don't know, what did we do? What did we go there about? About 50 ticks below, which is pretty much nothing for the range that we have on oil these days. So, and then buyers coming in, loading up and driving us back, not only up to the 104.69s, but holding at above this morning in APAC. So if I zoom in on the 60-minute here, this is sort of, well, we can actually get rid of this gap area for now. But we pushed on the close up above and then pulled back only to reopen and hold 104.69s, which is this low of 2011 and double tap low of 2012 area. So lovely, lovely trading to be had on oil. And I think, the bulls have been back on oil and we're driving, I think, next target up 109.95's R1. And, let's revisit it then. So that's what I see on oil. I think the defense line is 104.69s for the bulls today, notwithstanding headline risk. Moving around to the US equities here now, and you can see the Nasdaq more upside yesterday. Was quite tricky to catch it in this area. The initial inflection into the 100 EMA. I'll show you this on the 60 minutes. The initial inflection into 100 EMA did see sellers coming in. They should have been getting out there R1, and then we held on this line in the sand, coming in at around half six there, 15.108, almost in confluence with the 200 EMA driving up into the close and holding that through APAC. So pivot just retest this morning. I think we are largely supported above the 200 EMA and that 15.108 for further upside. Target up is 15.492s even. No sign of the inversion on the yield curve that was talked about yesterday, bleeding into these markets at the moment. But it's some big stuff has happened here, driving up from the 500 EMA into the 100 EMA. I don't know if we're just going to have a clean run now at 15.492s, but it is looking positive. And if this situation in the Ukraine, a softening of the situation, talks imminent. I think they're meeting in Turkey today to discuss peace talks and further withdrawal of troops. This is all really good for equities for further upside. But if you do hear there is a disintegration and a walkaway of these talks, you are going to see that pullback onto 14.810s half. And then we'll see where we lie. But for now, equities largely skewed to the upside, just taking a little bit of a pullback, as you can see here on the Euro stocks this morning, center of your screen. But this area, holding in this area on the Euro stocks, is going to yield this further upside. There we go on the weekly bars. I'll make that bigger there so you can see on the weekly bars coming back into test on this range low. And I think we can at least get up to 40.21s on Euro stocks now for the rest of the week. Got NFP coming out Friday, so I think Street is expecting a good number there. Let's get over onto the SPOOs here, and we can see, another great push up from the SPOOs out of the lows, off of this 100 EMA area here. I'll just make this bigger. You can see, really, we've had a great run of it so far. I think the market needs to calm down a little bit, and so I'll pull back to this 45.77s half daily bars here, 45.77 halves I think that's kind of on the cards. I mean, lovely resistance here, lovely resistance back in what was early February, 2nd of Feb, 9th of Feb here. Really nice resistance, smashed up through it yesterday. I think for it to be proved as support, I think buyers would feel a lot more comfortable if we come back clean test 14,577s half, and then we can get on looking at 46.96 half. So just keep an eye on the VIX, because the VIX is teeing up for this sort of a, to allow for this sort of an equities run. Percentage wise, I mean, you're really looking at, well, at market too, there is 1.8% from a test of the 45.77s up to there is going to be 2.6 up. So can we have a 2.6% update in the SPOOs? Absolutely. Will it be tomorrow? Or is the market going to wait for Friday? Are we just going to retrace back and kind of hover into here, coming into Friday, and then we kind of find the supports and go up? I think that's a story that I could definitely get on board with for this market. So, moving on. Moving on, I mean, the Dow, yeah, it's going to get dragged around by the booze and the Nazi. So, yeah, you see again, like into that upper resistance here on the weekly bars. That's back to August 21 here in these highs. So we tested that so far this morning, yesterday and this morning. Can't really hold it. 35,199s. Yeah, look, a little bit of profit taking, come back down to earth here. Maybe a retest on this zone 34 970, well, let's call it 973s here. Yeah, I think that could happen. We are really quite high up here, so yeah, I don't see any reasonable trades at the moment on the Dow, other than a retest 34.7 on the downside for the long. That's it for equities. Dollar and the euro, it's a saga. So you're seeing the dollar, as we've been tracking this line in the sand here that goes all the way back. So good resistance seen here. Down we come yesterday. A mention of the talks, softening, and the relationship softening between Russia and Ukraine ever so slightly, enough to bring that dollar right back down. And so just wasn't able to capitalize and find a good entry on that euro trade yesterday. You would have really had to have been on it before the news broke. So look, 97.69s support, big support on the downside here. That's kind of going back to highs from 2018, November 2018. And then I think we're going to pull down below here. You're going to see further appreciation in the euro. So give you an idea there, you're seeing that euro on the 60 minutes here, availing of that weakness. Of course it will, given the basket weighting. You've got what, 11,675s tested yesterday, and decent rejection down off of that. But listen, we knew that this was going to be lower dollar and higher prices to come. So yeah, that's really what we're seeing here. 12 530s target on the upside. All right, that is it for me for another pre-US session. Guys and girls, have a great day, and we'll be talking to you tomorrow. All right, cheers.